UFC 312, which got a main event rematch between Sean Strickland and Dricus du Plessis for the middleweight title. Of course, we saw them fight. I guess at this point, it would have been a year ago. They're 13 months apart. But we're getting that rematch. And here's what I'm telling you here, Mike, is that Sean Strickland getting the UFC middleweight title shot over Khamzat Chimaev is bull.
I'm going to say overreaction just because the UFC and Dana White went on record multiple times saying Sean Strickland was the guy, and they told him, if you take this fight against
they veered away from their plans.
I know they have.
Come on, they've done that many times.
I know, but I'm saying this because like I don't want this to become a constant thing where guys are promised the title shot and then it's like taken away. Like he did what he was supposed to do, but yeah, I mean, we talked about this the first time I was on the show, right? I'm a little surprised this got made. They did not want Sean Strickland fighting in Australia.
Yes. Tell us more, please.
Yeah, I mean, I think this was almost a last resort option, right? Like you looked at who else was available, the lay of the land. I think they wanted Dricus there. It's very weird. Khamzat is doing like a Australia media tour the week of this fight, and he has his Sydney stop the day of this event, so that is weird. That was booked, like he announced that like a month ago, so I think that was a sign he was never fighting on this card. So yeah, I wish we had got a clear answer from Dana White about why they went this direction, if it was because Khamzat wasn't available or whatever it may be. But yes, this was a close fight that happened right here in Toronto the first time with Dricus and Sean. I don't think it's like a completely egregious bit of matchmaking, but definitely Sean Strickland, the benefactor of some, I don't know, privilege here, if you want to call it.
White privilege?
Perhaps. I don't know. Like it is definitely weird when you look at how things unfolded, right? Like what Whitaker did and fighting certain guys, and then Khamzat beating him, and Sean just having the one fight against Costa, who hasn't looked great since then. So it's a bit of a mess here, but yeah, they gave their word to Sean. They told him, if you step up and do this fight, I believe in Anaheim, like you're going to be the guy. So I guess fair play for the UFC doing right by their fighters in this situation, which I know they don't always do.
I guess fair play, but you know, Chimaev, Khamzat dismantling Rob the way that he did. There was ever one performance where a guy deserved a title shot in his very next. Well, he might still get it in his very next fight anyway. But
see, that's I guess the element here. Khamzat,
yes, he's gonna get the next. He's gonna get the title shot, the winner here. I guess that's fine. It's just my issue really is going to be with Strickland getting a rematch off of a split decision win. You know, that fight last year. I'm not a fan of like this fast of a rematch when there's just a better option there, and Chimaev is the better option, you know, and he's the more deserving option, quite frankly.
Yeah, I don't necessarily disagree with that. We'll see how it plays out, I guess, with this division, but something at least happening that's interesting at middleweight, which they've been begging for years. And I do think Khamzat versus either of these guys is a very sellable fight for the UFC, unless God forbid Sean Strickland wins something controversial. Then we're talking about a trilogy.
Stop it, Mike. Don't even go there.
MMA Junkie AI.